Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Brahma Kumaris Silicon Valley 10-day pledge for positive attitude. I am Meghna, your host for today, and we'll continue our journey. Today, we will focus on another attitude, and I'm hoping that you're getting to revise and practice the attitudes, two attitudes we talked about. The first one was attitude of being ever ready, saying yes to new things, saying yes to the life, whatever life throws at us, not raising too many questions, eager to help others. And then we also talked about being carefree emperor yesterday, which was really enabling ourselves to be peaceful and calm even when things are not going well. So let's get started with meditation today, and then we'll get to learn the new attitude. So let me share my screen. Let's sit comfortably and relax the mind and the body. Let's take few deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Let's release everything we are holding on to in our mind, in our hearts. So for a few minutes, let's release the burdens of the past, future, work, people, home, and let's become light. Visualize us becoming a fairy with wings, very light, and flying away to a magical spot in nature. I find myself in a magical place that is completely blended with the color pink and blue. The sky, the water, the flowers, the trees, mountains, everything have taken a shade of pink. The color pink reminds me of friendship, affection, harmony, peace, and approachability. Mother Nature helps me in realizing the inner beauty that exists already within me. The colors, the patterns, every part of nature is symbolic of my qualities and power. I start my friendship with thyself. I shower affection on thyself. I maintain inner peace and harmony. The shade of color pink has cast its color on my inner qualities. It's only when I become my best friend that I am able to approach others, maintain affection for others, and be their friends. I am with myself at every moment, every breath of my life. And how wonderful would this life become when I find myself as my own best friend. I would never feel lonely if I learn to consistently appreciate the self, find myself a beautiful being. The biggest reason for loneliness is that we have not learned the art of belonging to ourselves. we try running away from ourselves by over socializing, distracting ourselves through gadgets or overworking. But Mother Nature's pink color reminds me that I am my own best friend, that I am an affectionate and approachable being. So I promise myself to be affectionate towards the self, and this first steps allows me to be affectionate towards every person that I interact with. I am an affectionate, harmonious, peaceful, and an approachable, friendly being. Welcome everyone to 10-day positive attitude pledge. Let's continue our discussions by focusing on another attitude today. So today we brought up an attitude of always staying pleased. Now, many of us might already be practicing this to some extent or the other. The idea here is to intensify the attitude. And as we had talked about in the first session or the first day one of this series, that attitude is basically built on thoughts and feelings. The way I think, the way I feel is the way my attitude gets formed. So, how do I remain or stay always pleased, right? So, what does it mean to really being pleased always? It basically means, irrespective of whatever is happening in my surroundings, whatever kind of people and personalities that come in front of me, I choose to remain pleased. That is, happy, satisfied. And this person who's always pleased automatically is free from pleading and complaining. So we have a very beautiful quote at Brahma Kumaris which says, instead of pleading, s- choose to stay pleased. Right? So it's such a nice rhyming which says pleading, pleading, pleading. It's literally a form of begging or complaining. I choose to stay okay with however the things are, however the people are. I am okay. And why do we want to always stay pleased? We, the human beings, are very smart, business like people. We need to understand, it's a very good quality to understand what is the profit, what is the loss, so that we can make decision wisely. Will this attitude help me? Indeed, it helps us, because a person who is always pleased, happy, gets blessings from every individual, gets lot of love from every individual, because such a being doesn't want anything. They're already full. Their inner bank is full of treasures. So all they can do is they can give to others automatically, because they're so content, they are so full. And that is why people find them very, very attractive. Very, very, it's like happiness is contagious, right? People want to be around people who have learned the art of staying happy. And even doctors agree that there is no other better medicine than happiness. And one of the biggest things I have noticed whenever I have tried to practice this attitude is that it automatically enables all the other virtues to develop in me. It's like a floodgate of virtues that start coming in our life just by practicing this one attitude. Come what may be, I will remain pleased. Automatically, the powers of tolerance, the power of accommodating people, the power to adjust, the power to remain calm and peaceful, all of these, they start working inside of us and they eradicate the weaknesses. So, this one attitude practice invites many virtues in our lives and kicks many weaknesses out of our life. It's a magical attitude to develop. And how do we stay pleased? How do I develop this attitude, right? Again, I have to create the right set of thoughts to develop this attitude. And what are those thoughts? It's basically educating the mind to create these kind of thoughts. Everyone, how do I stay pleased with myself and with others in their own ways? Everybody is trying their best. So instead of me complaining, they could have done this or I could have done this, why couldn't they do this, why didn't they take care of this, how could they do it like this, whatever it is, they tried their best. I am pleased with the current results. Yes, if I am the facilitator, the manager, the responsible being, I will give feedback that next time maybe we can do it like this. But I choose to stay pleased. Why do I choose to stay pleased? Why do I want to remain pleased? Here are the merits, right? And another way, a lot of times life throws at us tough situations, uncomfortable situations. In that time, how do I remain pleased? I have to remind myself how much I received from life, how fortunate and blessed am I. So count our blessings every day. We fail to do that. We tend to focus on things that are missing, and that is what causes us to be displeased. Small things that are not happening in our life, we start getting displeased. So really focusing on what all have I already received and check how much have I really given. Majority of us have taken lot more than given. From people, from nature, everywhere. We have taken lot more than given. So shouldn't we be pleased that how much have we been blessed by Mother Nature, by the universe, by God, by people? So this, when I start practicing these kind of thoughts, then this attitude of remaining pleased automatically starts developing. And we also can talk about for a minute on what happens when we are not pleased, when we have this habit of constantly complaining, pleading, demanding, expecting from people. Automatically, we know relationships get spoiled. One is to get blessings by every individual in my life, and the other is to constantly have a curse from them. That, oh my gosh, how many demands they have. Always, no matter how much we do, they always stay displeased. So people don't like people who are not happy, always complaining or always sad. Such people are not loved by anyone. And when I am constantly staying displeased, I'm literally weakening my roots. My emotions, when they are positive, that is the only time my roots are strong and firm. My emotions have a huge impact on my entire quality of life, right? This is what the attitude we said. It is the expression and experience of life. The way for it is attitude. So if my attitude is to constantly complain and plead, then automatically I am a very weak individual who cannot adjust, who will only complain, this should have happened, this should change, then I will do, why should I cooperate, they should also change. So we can continue to cry and complain or enjoy life and be there for people. It's our own choice. So let's practice a little bit more on variety of thoughts. We will educate our mind on how to stay pleased. So please join me for a meditation. I am a pure, clean, and a conscient energy. Just like a clean, clear lake is transparent, where you can see the reflection clearly of the mountains, trees, and my face. I, the being, can clearly see everything within me. When I remain clean and clear, the cleanliness goes away. When there is a noise of lot of pleading and complaining, our selfish desires from people, situations, God, life, muddy our mind and heart. And when the mind is full of selfishness and the noise of pleading thoughts, I lose my purity and I cannot see anymore the strengths, the powers, and the qualities that exist within my mind, my soul. The mind is only creating anger, resentment, sadness. And in that noise, I am unable to reach out within to keep myself happy, pleased. Now I realize that this method of pleading, complaining, and begging has caused me to become a displeased being. End of the day, all I want from life is to be happy, to remain always pleased, comfortable. So I let go of all my old ways of thinking patterns that once my plead is heard, that is when I will be pleased. I let go of this incorrect logic. I am a royal being, a master. I refuse to beg and plead. A reservoir of peace, love, and happiness already exists within me. So now I am going to reach within, dip myself in this reservoir, and feel peace, love, and happiness. If I make a mistake, a grave mistake, instead of being displeased with the self, I choose to forgive myself and ask for forgiveness from others. And I also create a plan to overcome my mistake, but I refuse to be displeased with myself. I am deserving of my own love. God is the most loving being and is loved by everyone because He is pleased with all. He forgives easily because He sees the good in us. He sees with the current circumstances we tried our best. So I, the child of the ocean of love, chooses to remain pleased with the self. When life throws a very tough situation in front of me, I still choose to stay pleased because I have understood that life is very fair. It has given me a huge share of blessings. And when I sit on the globe and look at everyone around me, I acknowledge that I am a very fortunate being even in this tough situation. The one who remains pleased in a tough situation receives the help from the universe, from God, in mystical and magical ways. The most powerful being, God, is on my side. What else would I need to remain pleased? I am a fortunate and a blessed being. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Hope you get to practice this attitude of staying pleased. Note down some areas where you might have the tendency to get displeased if you have such areas, and then work. How will you change your thoughts to develop in those situations to remain pleased? And you'll see how beautiful the whole day feels when we remain pleased, right? So, thank you for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow and a beautiful night today. And